If you're gonna be a girlfriend, he needs to be paying a bill or two.
Some men want to give you the world in that aspect, and some men want to do 50-50.
But I would rather split everything with my partner and have a partner who I can actually have a relationship with.
And just know that there are men already doing this. Chances are you're just broke. You want to show me that you care about me? Invest in my education.
I find that coffee dates are low effort, the biggest waste of time, honestly.
You choose to go on a date, I want you to feed me.
I ordered a coffee and the coffee is named a fam.
Hey guys, welcome back to Motor Life. Now before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe, also smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Ladies, the only time having a boyfriend is worth it is when he is able to fully support you and pay all your bills. I said it, and I'll say it again. The only time a man who is your boyfriend, he's not your husband, if you're gonna be a girlfriend to someone, he needs to be paying all your bills. Otherwise, why is he there? What is his purpose? If he's not, he's just a boyfriend. Meaning if he leaves you, and a boyfriend is not a legal title. If he leaves you and promises you marriage, leaves you with nothing, you get nothing. But if he's paying all your bills, you're able to save money, you're able to invest into businesses that you want to do. If he leaves you, you're leaving with something else at the end of it.
So entitled, so spoiled.
But to date a guy and be someone's girlfriend for free, so he can promise you marriage, he can promise you marriage, Susie marriage, Melina marriage, Selena marriage, all while dating you. Being someone's girlfriend is not worth it, okay? No. If you're gonna be a girlfriend, he needs to be paying a bill or two. These bills are due. I'm not usually anyone's girlfriend, but I'll make that exception for you if you're willing to pay some bills. If you're willing to pay a bill or two.
You know what's wild? You could already tell from the way she's talking. Nobody would want that to be the girlfriend. But also, you know what else she said? You gotta listen to the key points. She said, he can invest in a business for you. Why would a man want to have a masculine woman that he's investing in businesses for her? And we already see she's masculine and she thinks she needs a man to pay her all her bills because she's thinking like a man. That's the issue. Most of these women are thinking like a man.
I don't care what anybody says, but a guy should always be paying for dates. I already know the men are going to come in my comments crying and screaming. I don't care. If you're okay with splitting the bill, if you're okay with taking turns paying, if you're okay with being the one that's paying for most of the things, fine. That's on you, girl. But me, There are men out there who are literally paying for full-blown vacations for women, flying them out, paying for every single thing they could ever want. And you're going to let a man make you split on a first date? Some men are providers and some men aren't. Some men want to give you the world in that aspect and some men want to do 50-50, and that's fine. That's not what I want. I'm sorry, but if I'm having your baby, if I'm giving birth to a whole ass human and going through everything that I have to do for that, I am not doing 50-50.
That sounds like being single.
Yeah.
It is not a crazy idea. There are so many men out there who do it, trust me. And if a guy is asking you on a date and not paying, stop. You'll never hear from me again.
This is in regards to if men should pay for absolutely everything, and I feel like there's genuinely something I don't understand. If you expect your guy to pay for everything, your combined bills, your expenses, his expenses, he would need to make a lot of money. And yes, I have realized that you high-value women want a man who makes a lot of money. That's fair. But if he's making a lot of money, he's probably, most likely, also working a lot. Lawyers, doctors, consultants at a Big Four company, investment bankers, they make a ton of money. But guess what? They also work a ton. So this is where I feel like I'm missing something. Do you guys just want a man who's working 12-hour shifts every day just so that he can pay for your every expense, but then you never get to see him? Is that the kind of relationship you want? Or like, are you expecting your guy to just magically make a ton of money and also have time to be there with you emotionally and also physically present? I don't know if it's just me, but I would rather split everything with my partner. Mental load, unpaid labor, paid labor, 50-50, and have a partner who I can actually have a relationship with. Not just a guy that I see for 2 hours a day and who pays all my bills.
That's a good point.
But yeah, I might be missing something, so if I am, let me know. And before you come at me, I'm not telling you to settle for a guy who has no ambitions, doesn't want to work hard and make no money. I don't want to do that either. That's why I want a partner where we can split everything, 50-50. But I'm genuinely curious if there's something, like a point that I'm missing, because I feel like there is. I don't understand why anybody would want to be in a relationship with a person that's never there.
Well, girls dream of that. That's what it is. That's what she's missing. Girls dream of the pie in the sky. I'm not doing anything. As you saw from the last video, I want to have a man that I don't have to work anymore. I'm tired of working. If you watch that video, you'll understand why women want that. So I think she's missing the point that there are tons of lazy women who don't want to lift a finger and want men to do it all. You're normal. You're what guys are looking for. But a lot of guys can't find it. Why? Look where we're at now, right? Here's a girl that's going to respond to her and try to break her down.
This is in regards to if men should pay for absolutely everything.
If men are to pay for everything, that means they would have to work a lot and not have time for you. The creator tagged me in the video and asked me to comment. The thing is, you need to know what you want out of your life. A big house, if you have one, a mansion, requires money and cleaning services because you won't be able to clean it alone, or if you do, it'll be a full-time job. What kind of life and lifestyle do you want? If you want to provide a husband who's going to look after you and you want to have 5 children and be able to stay at home with those children, let's say for example, then you're going to have to take the sacrifice of limited time with him. How much time do you need? How big is your cup of attention?
See, she's one of those women that want it all, that want to have her cake and eat it too. Let me let her continue.
Of attention and interaction. The reason this creator is wise is because she is deduced at a younger age, I presume she's under 40 by looks, that she wants somebody who's going to be around a lot. She doesn't necessarily want a provider type, but she wants somebody who she can share equal responsibilities with, and Bob's your uncle, everything works. However, and this is a big however, sometimes before having children, before having a partner with whom you're going to have those children, 50-50 relationship sounds like a good idea until you take on the mother load of motherhood. And the load, if you're a mother, you'll write in the comments, is immense and it is huge. And the men that try to take on that load can try as much as they can, but they can never quite succeed. I've heard it again and again and again. I think out of many thousands of people that I've talked to, maybe 1 or 2 men can actually carry that load somehow. So the idea of it happening for you might happen, but it's unlikely. Therefore, if you are planning a family and all those things, understand that you might have a resentment at the end that he is not pulling 50% of the child rearing, household duties and all those things, which is why for me, personally, you don't have to live like me though. I knew that I would want someone who wasn't like that when I met him, by the way, like he progressed in his career and grew, but I knew I wanted someone who, if I needed to, could pull 100% of the financial load. Life might not be as bougie, life might not be as, all of that, but I knew that I want somebody who could pull the financial load if he wants children while I raise them, because pregnancy, that's a whole other thing, baby. Oh my God, like the hardest part by far, but that's my opinion. To round it up, my point is, know the sandwich that you're willing to eat. Is it time without him? Or is it working your ass off when you want to be with your young child? Because you're going to eat one way or another. That's the beauty of life and the sacrifice of life. You're going to have to pick one, baby, and roll with it.
The first woman, I agree with her more. What woman really wants to deal with a man who's not present. She wants that. I got the kids all day. He probably rarely even speaks to the kids, or he speaks to the kids here and there, or when he can over the phone. The other woman doesn't want that. The other woman wants to be a regular woman that we all want. It's wild. It's wild, but most women dream of having it like her.
The only man for me this year is a man who makes my life easier. That is it. That is absolutely it. If you are not immediately making my life easier, I don't want it. Feel how you want to feel about it, Jessica. I don't care.
So single. So single.
This is my life.
See? More women and more that want to live that high life, but will never reach it. Why? There's not enough men out there for you that are living that.
So I was just on a walk and I had this epiphany. I was like, if a man came into my life and was like, Kat, how can I make your life easier? I don't have a list of that. And I need to detail the ways in which this man could make my life easier, because at this point, I'm only going to date men who make my life easier in a tangible, real way. At the top here, I want to add this disclaimer. If this man is a liar, a cheater, or a thief, it doesn't matter if he does anything on this list, he's out. He's out. He won't even get to this list. He's out and he's blocked. Secondly, if you are a man and you read anything on this list and you think it's far-fetched, just remember and just know that there are men already doing this. Chances are you're just broke.
I wasn't shocked at the audacity.
And you shouldn't be dating anyway. You should be focused on making more money. A lot of men have been calling me ugly.
We agree.
And so I already know that they're going to come in here and say like, oh, who do you think you are thinking that a man will give you all? Just remember, I'm not ugly. You're broke.
Are we blind?
It's not me. It's you. So for those of you who have very short attention spans and who have fried your neurons, I'm just going to go ahead and disappear so you can see the list right away and then go about your merry way. For the rest of you, stay for some context. Screenshot. Okay. For those of you who stayed, let's get through this list and talk about why I have chosen these things. First thing is first. Cover grad school. Cover the cost of grad school. You want to show me that you care about me? Invest in my education.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Invest in my future. Pay for grad school.
Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
If you are trying to go to any kind of schooling, get a license, anything.
So now you see the first one. Pay for grad school. I've done a video not too long ago on women facing trauma from graduating with grads and not being able to receive a job. So she wants a man to turn around and invest 40, probably more than that, because grad school, it's not cheap. So she wants a guy to invest that money in grad school, which is a waste of money. Why? Because I'm a witness of it. I worked in a sales job and I didn't even go to college. Straight to sales. 4 to 8 years later, I saw people coming from grad school that worked with me. I had to start at the lowest level. I was already here. So what was that for them? A waste of grad school. So you're telling a man to pay 40, probably 80,000. Throw money away, burn it. Most men know this. They know this like I know this. So you're telling a man to burn his money. So if a man says to you, you're burning your money, you're going to say, you're wrong, and argue with him. Hence, why you don't have a man now.
If you are trying to go to any kind of schooling, get a license, anything, that applies to you. He cares about you. He needs to invest in your future. That would genuinely be an amazing thing that could actually make our lives better.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
Secondly, pay for my monthly living expenses. This includes rent, bills, groceries. If you help me live a life that's easier, where I can make sure that my basic needs are met, that means that I can focus on being the best version of myself. For me, that looks like writing more, producing more podcast episodes, doing a lot more things that like I want to do, but I don't have the time to do or the energy to do because I'm so focused on surviving. You want me to be great? You handle what it takes for me to make sure that I can really just take it easy and lean into the things that make me happy.
I wonder why they left.
Third, how do I make myself smaller here? Okay. Transfer over spending money every month.
She's not my responsibility. She was your girlfriend.
So she wants you to cover her grad school, pay all of her monthly living expenses, rent, bills, and groceries, and transfer over spending money. Let me let her finish.
You know, that must be an amazing feeling. A man that wants to send you money just because. And you know what? I would use that money for my dog's dog food. I would use that for charity.
And charity.
I would use it for my...
So you're going to take more money and throw... Ah, man. Let me let her talk.
Random expenses. My Ubers, my... Just random stuff. You know, just miscellaneous things that come up every time. Doctor's appointments. Actually, no. That's going to go into the next one.
Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over town.
So, spending money. You want to make a woman happy? Cash app her today. Today. Right now. Get off this TikTok. Get off this app and go cash app that woman and you will see. I'm putting you on game. All right. The last one. Oh, no, not the last one. 4. Damn, how do I move this? Okay. Okay, I'm just... I don't know how to use this. 4th one, pay for all of my monthly wellness/beauty maintenance expenses. This includes vitamins, facials, massages, Pilates, nails, hair. Here's the thing. I'm gonna take my glasses off for this. Here's the thing. When a man walks next to you on the street, there's a social currency that he benefits from because you're fine. Now, is it the same way when you flip it? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Women are, yeah, like we're, you know, we clock it when you got like a good man, but like men clock men in a different way when they're moving with a baddie next to them. So, you know what you should do? You should just pay for all the things that help make us baddies.
The audacity.
Because, yeah, why are we paying to make you look good? I mean, we do it for ourselves, but if you're going to walk next to us, you might as well pay for it. Otherwise, no. Because I don't get to benefit from that currency. You do. So pay for it. Okay. Figured it out. Last
But wait! There's more!
one. Handle food-related decision-making at least once per day. This includes making either the decision to order from Uber Eats, cook at home, make a dinner reservation. Do you know how...
I'm going to end it right here because this woman is completely delusional. So you want a man to cover your grad school tuition, pay your monthly expenses, transfer over spending, do all of this, and also handle himself. Handle your food-related decision at least once per day. I could probably do that for my wife. Why is that? Because I'm at home. My business is at home. But you want a man to do that for you. Most men aren't going to have the time. Why? Because my wife would never ask for any of that stuff. All of these things you want is a waste of money. My wife wouldn't ask for the grad school. She would ask for payment for monthly living expenses. She would ask me to transfer her over spending money. All of this. Pay for her to look good. Woman, you're like pushing 40. What is the guy paying for you to look good? Nobody's signing up for that.
So I do not accept coffee dates from men, and I just want to talk about it. I do just want to say that my reasons are just that, my own, so don't get under my comment section upset or in your feelings. So why don't I accept coffee dates? Well, besides the fact that I'm really not much of a coffee drinker, I find that coffee dates are low effort, they are cheap, and they are the biggest waste of time, honestly. So when I go on dates, I truly do like to look my best because I do believe that first impressions matter. So I really do put a lot of effort into my look, and I find that putting effort into my appearance for $5 bean juice is a waste of time. So when you ask a man, why do you like to take women out for coffee dates, they will give you a bunch of reasons, and I'm just here to tell you that they will never tell you the true reason as to why they ask women out on coffee dates. They're going to lie to you. They are going to guilt trip you by asking if you need free food, if that's why you're asking for him to take you on a proper date. Do you need free food? Are you hungry? And it's really just because they want the woman to be able to prove that she is worth a proper meal. I don't care about what reasons they tell you, oh, why does the price matter? It's about connection. You should only be focused. No, they don't believe in that. They really just want you to prove that you are worth a dinner, that you are worth a lunch. And with that information, with that knowledge, it's honestly disrespectful for a man to ever propose to me a coffee date. I wouldn't even go on a coffee date with my friends. My friend knows better not to ask me to have coffee with her. And I know better not to ask my friends that either, because they're going to feel the same exact way. If we are going to get coffee, it's going to be on our way to the restaurant or on our way back from the restaurant. So I met a girl in class last semester who told me that she showed up to her coffee date in a bonnet, oversized sweatsuit, those black Adidas pool slides, and mixed match socks. Because she told me that whenever she was going to get coffee, she was looking like who did it and why. So she showed up to the date exactly like that. And the guy that she met up with was so upset. That's honestly why I don't believe men when they say that a date is only focused solely on connection and that all the other stuff doesn't matter. If that was the case, the guy wouldn't care about how she looked like on the date. He would just care to get to know her, right? But no, he was expecting her to show up looking all done up. It was only one man who has ever asked me out on a coffee date, and I just ended up blocking him because, like I said, because I know why men truly ask women out on coffee dates, I find it very disrespectful. And I just don't want to deal with that, so you will be blocked.
You guys can go on coffee dates if you want. I am not trying to knock like another woman's decisions, but knowing what I know about men, like I won't do them because they literally put us in categories right from the very beginning, right? And I cannot fall into the category, oh, she seems cute, let's see where this goes, low effort date. She can like prove that she's worth going to dinner with or like spending more time with. If you don't see my inherent value from the beginning, if you don't pursue me in the way that you would be pursuing your dream girl, I get the ick. The fact that there's another woman out there that you would pull out all the stops for or put in the effort for, because I guarantee you there is. Guarantee you there's always somebody that they would do it for. And I'm not that person. That means you are not my person. Absolutely not.
When I do choose to go on a date, I want you to feed me. I don't want to just go for drinks. And I feel like a lot of people will say like a coffee date or like, let's just go for drinks and like see if we vibe and then let's do dinner the next time. I see that as like, you're cheap.
Of course, I'm always hungry.
No, let's go to dinner. Let me see the way you order. Let's see your mannerisms. Let's see the vibes. You're going to order one dessert or two desserts. Let's see how generous you are. And I don't know, like I feel like already when you're going on a date, you're taking a risk. So like if you're not willing to like take the risk and feed me and you're only like down to take me for drinks, I find that weird. Like I'm not into that.
So you want the man to take the risk and spend the money. He's taking a risk because most likely you probably won't like him. Why? Women know as soon as they see a man if he's getting some right away. And a man can feel those vibes during a date. So he can. A man knows. So not all men, but most men. So he's sitting out with you and he's having a date. You know, yeah, because you already seem like one of those valley girls. Stuck up. Go on dates for guys just for the food. You look like that kind of girl. Why does a guy want to take that risk? That $300 risk? because you want to see how generous they are. Get lost.
Here's my hot dating take. I think that the whole grabbing a drink type of first dates are absolutely useless. I hate them. They do not serve me whatsoever. I would rather go on a hike, and I hate hikes. I've been on a fair share of them because they're like the common adult date, so I kind of just sucked it up for a while, and then I finally had the realization that I hate it here. And this is mainly a personal preference because I don't like alcohol. I don't really like drinking. You will never catch me dead wasting my hard-earned cash on like a $14 mixed drink with my dinner. I think drinks waste of money. And so 90% of the time when let's grab drinks are suggested, they usually mean just the drinks. They're not talking about any type of food. Maybe you'll get like a basket of fries or something to share with the drinks, like a little accoutrement. But most of the time it's just drinks. And I don't like to drink. So what am I gaining from this? And I feel like the two arguments for grabbing a drink as a first date idea is that it's easier to get away, there's like less commitment, and it's cheaper. First of all, drinks, especially in California, are cheap. It's like $14, $15 a drink. So like, how much are you really saving? Second of all, I have never had a date for just grabbing drinks be short. I don't know how non-committal people think like grabbing a drink type of dates are, but I've never spent like less than 2 hours on a grabbing a drink date because you sit there and you have to like talk. If it's gonna take that long, just buy me food. I could at least be eating. And if we end up splitting the bill on this date or I have to pay or something like that, I would rather pay for food that I enjoy and that tasted good than a drink that I didn't want. Also, these dates are always a inconvenience because I have to find my own dinner. Like I have to plan that into my day before the drinks. And one thing about me, I have ADHD, so half the time I forget to eat until I'm about to fall over and die. I eat lunch at like 3 p.m., so I eat dinner around like 7 or 8, and that's usually when people want to go get drinks. So most of the time, I either show up to these dates starving because I forgot to eat dinner and then they don't have dinner there, or I'm like scrambling to force food down my mouth before the date when I'm not even hungry because I'm like, oh, I have to eat before we get these drinks because they're not going to give me food. Once I eat dinner, I don't want to leave the house unless it's for dessert. Dinner for me is like the point of no return, okay? I'm already settled down for the night. I have my pajamas on. I took a shower. I ate a good meal. And now you're telling me I have to leave the house to go get alcohol? Stop proposing these dates to me because now I look like the killjoy when I have to respond back like, oh, I actually don't really like to get drinks for first dates, or like, oh, I actually don't really like alcohol. Now I look like the vibe killer. It's the worst.
You see, all of that complaining, right? All of these women don't want drinks. You know what kind of women do? Take a look at this.
So I ordered a coffee and the coffee is named Afam. So let's try kung ano yung mas masarap na Afam.
This white man here, American, went over to the Philippines. Do you think him offering a Filipina or a man offering a woman from Thailand to go to Starbucks, they're going to like it? Why? Why would they like it? Because they're not stuck up. They're not self-centered. They're not thinking, what can I get from a man? Women will actually look at that as a good first date to bring somebody overseas. That's not the best, but still, even when you bring someone out to eat, you can bring a woman to Applebee's. So men love bringing women out to eat. Now, it's not about being cheap. What Western women don't understand, too many guys have gotten used and abused for dates, all kinds of dates, dinners, bills, as you saw today. It's a nightmare. And they expect it. Well, I remember when I first came overseas, right? And I wasn't doing these type of videos yet. But when my wife saw the videos that I react to now, she couldn't believe it. Every Filipina sees these videos, they can't believe it. Women from these other countries, China, everywhere. Yes, not all places, because in China you got some modern women too. But yeah, woman in Korea, because they look at women being over entitled. Like women overseas, they're not looking on, like, say if you take somewhere like higher East Coast side or by like Ukraine and places like that, right? If a man is looking to pay for everything right away, they're not looking for men to pay their bills. A coffee date is fine over there. A coffee date is fine over here. It's different. It's night and day. That's the main reason why guys are deciding by the thousands at a shot. They just opened up 6 new passport offices this June. They talked about they're working on opening 6 new passport offices, and it's going to be a success. The U.S. is going to make a lot of that money that they lost with everything on passports. They already made it. Why? Because of this. But will it stop? It won't. It won't stop. It'll only get worse, and it's only leading to the demise of you women. To where more of you are saying, "I'm going to dig my grave to be a single and lonely woman," and that's sad. And of course, guys leave get their passports, but we don't want to see y'all hurt. We don't want to see y'all lonely, but it's looking that way. Thank y'all for watching. All I know is, guys, no one understands. It's definitely more to life than going through anything like that. See you next video.